So here is meal number 3 from the New Zealand Operational Ration Pack, or ORP, a 24-hour ration pack. And as I've said a number of times, you can do whatever you want with this. You don't have to split it up into 3 meals like I did. I mean, you can make 4 meals out of this, you can make 2, you could eat it all at once, or you could just eat it on the go as you get a chance to. I was looking at the information guide, and it actually has a pretty good explanation of just that, where it says it consists of 2 main meals. The snack items, such as muesli bars, biscuits, and chocolate, are suitable for eating on the go. It is recommended that where possible, food items be spread throughout the whole day to optimize physical and mental performance. And up here it does mention that it is desirable that all of the food in the pack is eaten. So after making a breakfast and a lunch out of it, this is what I've chosen to have for the dinner. There are still a number of items in the pack, including there's still a couple of coffees and a couple of tea bags. Most of the rest is stuff you put on things: sugar, salt, pepper, and there's a couple of moist towelettes in there, and of course the scouring pad. This meal is not very heavy on the sweets. I ended up having quite a few sweets for the lunch, and the only thing really left over was the milk chocolate, and you could consider the sweetened condensed milk a sweet too if you really needed to. But I didn't eat all of the boiled sweets, which are hard sugar candies. I opened this during the lunch, figuring I probably wouldn't eat them all, and you could spread this out through the rest of the day. So these are also still available. And because of the fact that I'm going to have the cheese spread, I didn't eat all the crackers with my yeast extract, which wasn't really to my taste. I think it's more of an acquired taste, and so the good news is I do have some crackers left over for the cheese spread. And I wasn't sure what the cheese spread was. It's always kind of fun to have a mystery thing like this where you can't see it, but in fact, the information guide, I never really checked, but it does have all the contents. These items are in all the 4 menus, and of course it does have cheese canned. So that does solve that mystery before I even open it. And it'll be this one here. So I decided to go with the vegetable tagine as the main course for the dinner, and I could have had one of these soups with the lunch. We have an instant noodle chicken flavor, and we also have an instant soup beef. But I decided to have both of those with one meal because we also have these onion flakes, which I'm not exactly sure how to use them. These are just dehydrated onion flakes. So it seems like the reason that you'd have those would be to add them to a soup. And since we have the 2 soups, I figured I'd make them both up for the dinner. We also have the sports drink lemon lime flavor. That's the only beverage I'm making up for this one, but of course I do have tea and coffee left over, like I mentioned. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put the vegetable tagine in some boiling water to heat it up. And I'm also going to boil some water for the instant noodles chicken flavor and for the beef's instant soup. Alright, while the water is heating up, we'll check out what else we have. I mentioned I had the milk chocolate bar as a dessert. And the one I had for the lunch was pretty tasty. Nothing overly special, just a milk chocolate candy bar. And I forgot to mention I also still have the chocolate chip biscuits, the chocolate chip cookies, and they sound like they're pretty smushed up in there. But I'm sure they'll taste fine. Let's check out this canned cheese. Smells like cheese. Not exactly the same. I don't know if it's a cheddar cheese, but it's definitely not exactly the same as the regular MRE cheese spread. They don't tell you what kind of cheese it is or anything. I'm sure it's going to taste fine though. The lemon lime sports drink takes 200 milliliters of water, which is about 6 3/4 ounces. I'm going to go ahead and do a 6 ounces because the last one I had tasted a little bit watered down. So I'm going to go a little bit low on it. Try to get it all in there. Mix it up with our MRE spoon because the ORP didn't come with any utensils. Smells about right. We'll go ahead and heat up the vegetable tagine. Put that right in some boiling water. Maybe about 10 minutes or so to heat up. And we have some more water going over here for our two soups, the instant noodle and the instant beef. The instant beef soup says to add, actually it says to mix with 300 milliliters of boiling water, which is a little bit over 10 ounces. Smells a lot like a seasoning packet for ramen noodles. And it's basically just a powder, so this is going to make like a beef broth kind of a thing. So we're going to add a few of the onion flakes to that. Give it a little something extra. So just dehydrated onion flakes. I should add a little bit to the soup. Go ahead and add the boiling water to that. Ooh, that's hot. My original thought was that I could add the beef instant soup to the noodles, and I might still try and do that a little bit. Instant noodles are obviously not a big deal. Anybody who's ever had ramen noodles will recognize this stuff. Just boil half a cup of canteen water, break noodles in half and place in the boiling water, 2.5 minutes. Add the soup powder and mix well. Here's our instant noodles, and obviously this is something that's making this ORP not an MRE, or meal ready to eat, because you actually do have to prepare some of this stuff. A couple minutes to cook. I'm learning that an MRE spoon might not be the best spoon to use for boiling water. It's pretty tough spoons, and I thought it would be okay, but it actually is melting and the tip is bending in a little bit here. Like that. I think I'll get another spoon. Alright, emptied out a little bit of the extra water. Now we'll go ahead and add the chicken seasoning, chicken flavor seasoning. And we have your standard ramen noodle soup. Add a few more of these onion flakes. Stir it up a little bit more. Those onion flakes can reconstitute a little bit in the hot water. And throw it into a bowl. Alright, we got everything heated up, and I have my emergency replacement spoon. Let's see here. I'm going to put the drink over here. We have our soup right here. We have the vegetable tagine heated up nicely. And this little stand-up pouch. Yeah, like I said, these pouches are nice. In the field, you could just eat it like this, right out of the pouch. Ooh, that smells very Moroccan. I guess this is a Moroccan dish. Wow. It's hard to believe there's no meat in there. It's just one of those spicy Moroccan dishes you expect would have lamb or beef in it or something. But since I do have the information sheet, I can get an idea of what's in here besides just guessing. There we go. Onions, carrots, celery, leeks, mushrooms, tomato paste, diced tomatoes, carrots, chickpeas, of course, onion, raisins, mushrooms, capsicum, dried apricots. I was kind of thinking there might be potatoes in there, but I guess not. I guess the chickpeas kind of take the place of the potatoes. Alright, time to try this out. I'm going to start with the vegetable tagine. It's definitely got a strong smell to it. It's good. I really can't say what I feel like I'm eating. Oh, I guess it's one of the raisins right there. I thought those were some kind of a bean. Yep, it's a raisin. It's a nice thick sauce. It's got some spice to it, but not overly spicy. I mean, to me this tastes a lot like something you get from a Moroccan restaurant. Nice variety of vegetables in there. Kind of like a Moroccan version of the ratatouille that I had a while ago. It has some spice, but it's not overly spicy. They do give you the chili sauce. You can see what that's like. Obviously that can go with the other soups too if it's necessary. And that's pretty good. It's sweet. Even that's not overly hot. It's like a sweet chili sauce. It's a nice little different flavor to it. I think we know what to expect from ramen noodles. We do have the addition of the onion flakes to add a little something extra. And those are fine. I'm thinking, actually let's try this out. You could add some of the tagine to that. You don't have rice or anything, but this might be a good alternative. It's not bad. What about this beef soup? Definitely has some beefy flavor to it. And these are just the instant soups, pretty much what you'd expect. Try some of this canned cheese. And the cabin bread crackers. That's good. It makes you thirsty. I'm going to try a little of the lemon lime sports drink. It's very similar to the Gatorade type drinks you get in the MREs. Very good. Crackers are pretty dry. As I mentioned before, there's no salt on them or anything. It's just a plain biscuit type cracker. Try the chocolate chip biscuit. Which is good. Just sweet enough. There's a bit of a, let me see what's in these. A little something distinctive tasting in there, but I don't see anything that would give it away on the ingredients, but they're good. Good chocolate chip cookie. Which leaves us with the chocolate bar. And just like the one I had for lunch, that's great. Just milk chocolate. Tastes good. This is the last part of our look at a New Zealand Operational Ration Pack, or ORP, a 24-hour ration. And there's one last thing I did want to do. As I mentioned, the ORP comes with this nice plastic match safe, which has a bunch of matches in it, and the fact that there's two different kinds, I did check on the information sheet, and it does say that the matches are waterproof. They're all wooden matches, which is nice, but there are these two different kinds here. One with the regular head and the one with this long head. This definitely looks like a waterproof match. So I'm just going to do a quick little experiment just to finish up. I'm going to put both of those in some water. So the match safe itself is waterproof because it has this rubber seal on it. But it's nice that as an added bonus you also get waterproof matches. Let's try one of these regular ones here. Okay, this might be more windproof than waterproof. It wanted to light, but not quite. Didn't quite work. Yeah, when it's not wet, it goes up really good. Let's give this one a try. Wipe it off first. Alright, these might be more water resistant than waterproof. It definitely wants to light, but it just can't quite do it. And try it off a little bit better. Yeah, I guess I overdid a little bit by actually submerging them in water. I'm sure if you were out in the rain with these, they'd be fine. Either way, these are some nice matches. It's a nice little extra touch that you get the plastic match case. I like that. Let me try that one more time. There it goes. And it's gonna burn me. So I guess it is waterproof. I always seem to forget something with these videos. I did want to mention that the cheese spread, as you probably noticed, is not very easy to spread. It's a pretty solid piece of cheese. And it didn't occur to me while I had hot water. I can go ahead and heat it up, and makes it a lot more, makes it liquid. So obviously if you don't have access to hot water, this isn't going to be much of a help, but if you do, you can spread your cheese a lot easier. Thank you for watching.